Hmm. Hmm. Well, I wonder where Froggy is.
I'm right here.
Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from the Geeky Puppet Show here on the Geeky Puppet Show today for The Flash. It's the season finale, season 8 finale. Thank God. Okay. We have been through a lot this season, and at the end of the last episode was the best 5 minutes of The Flash, maybe ever. But don't worry, they have maintained the quality they've kept all season for this final episode. Yes, this episode also stinks. Really stinks. Like, there's a lot about it that stinks, and I want to like it, but I can't. However, we should go ahead into why, right, Froggy?
Actually, I need to tell you this. You say it's not the worry? I disagree.
Ah! Oh, okay. Panic. Yes. Yeah. So last episode, Iris died, and they brought back Eobard, who ripped off his own self.
And then I ripped off his face,
Yeah.
and now I'm the captain.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but I knew something was going to go wrong as soon as we went back to it, and it started, and it was the end of that scene, and we could see Eobard, and at Eobard's feet was not the second body that he tore off, just nothing. It was just himself.
He was underneath all along.
Yeah, he wasn't. It's like they forgot.
It's kind of like you just say he grew into himself.
Yeah.
Or he grew out of himself. He's a whole new man.
And Barry tries to Palpatine by using lightning, the reverse flash.
This episode was really borrowing from other shows. We had Star Wars with the Palpatine, and then we had the Power Rangers.
Yeah,
and then the Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, because essentially the negative forces have done this all along. They've been stringing it along. Barry,
it's revealed that Barry caused this from last season when he's actually no at the end of Armageddon. He stripped Eobard of his connection to the negative force. The negative force apparently has been the writers decided, you know what, screw you comics, we're gonna make our own thing, which is okay sometimes, but they decided basically you know what, Eobard, you didn't tap in the negative force yourself. We allowed you to. They pulled a freaking Ladies of Liberty crap. For those who don't know, that's when basically Ta-Nehisi's crappy take on Captain America, where it's revealed that the reason Steve was able to become Captain America and allowed to stay as Captain America is because Peggy Carter was part of these group of women who basically were behind all the important decisions in America. Yes, that's all effed up it is. So taking from that page, a little note, the negative forces basically allowed Eobard to become the negative Flash because they deemed so. It wasn't random. They gave him the idea for the machine. The machine doesn't work without them. So it wasn't chosen at random. They chose him, because he was the lucky guy. Yeah. So what's happened is that we actually get a whole new costume for Eobard in this, because the negative forces decided to basically level him up. Yes, right. He leveled up, bro. And then he becomes the Black Flash. Wait, that's not right. That's wrong.
Well, his costume is now black, and it is all with the gold, bulky.
The color scheme was a little off. I mean, we've all seen, for those remember, Tony Stark had the Iron Man costume. It was black with the gold. This would have worked a little better if they would have actually had a much brighter gold reverse Flash symbol on his chest. Instead, they gave him kind of slightly added, I guess what you call them, muscles, fake muscles.
It's like if if Savitar and Zoom had a baby.
Yeah, in that sense, yeah. But I mean, like I said, it was all new black costume with a little bit of gold on there, but
Fake padding all around him.
Oh yeah, it was just really awkward. It's like, what are you doing here? And the cool part though is when they had Earbard. We have a comment here from hello Jadon or Jada1. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she died. I guess you're talking about Iris. Yes, you know what? One can only hope, but nope, she's alive.
Listen, I have no ill will towards
Yeah, actually, Iris, ironically, because everybody knows this. Iris has been kind of like, for the past couple seasons, she's been kind of like written bad, some of the dialogue, but Cecile has taken the cake as far as the most annoying character on the show.
Yeah, at least this season, Iris was most of the time incapacitated to a degree, so she could only go around and do her reporting thing.
Not even only that. Her dialogue was written much better. She was more considerate of others and stuff. She wasn't just like, Barry Wareflash. No. They actually like wrote her being respectful to Barry, understanding that he's a hero. I guess some would look at it as being like, oh, she's subservient to her husband. No, it's because they're equals.
Yeah, Iris should not be a part of Team Flash.
She plays to her strengths, and Barry plays to his strengths. They different, but together, when they work together, they work as a team, and that was cool with that. But yeah, Cecile really, they turned her into basically a Mary Sue. She was stealing other psychics' powers if she got her own ability, and then it's just she had no remorse for it either, because they're villains. She took the powers from.
Yeah, and I don't care to use that term lightly, but honestly, she is just constantly, oh, okay, you have a slight psychic ability, and you got to be careful. I know you don't want to use it to mess up your job. Then she starts using it to mess up her job. Okay, and then she decides, I want to become a metahuman lawyer. This season, she has barely been a lawyer at all. It's annoying. Jay Doan asks, do you think if Thawne is alive still, do you think he'll have that suit? I think we're done with Thawne.
Well, yeah, that'd be true. But if he does come back, he's not going to have that. He's going to have a classic yellow suit because he's stripped of the powers, probably because he failed.
Yeah.
The balance.
Do you think he could come back as Red Death though?
Maybe. I mean, I just don't think I don't see them using him again because it's pretty much like there's only one season left, and they're hinting that there might be a new avatar. There's some weird blue crystal at the end of the episode. You don't really clue in what it is, but I think the big bad villain of this season is gonna be Killer Frost.
Yeah. Because at the end of this episode, they save it for the last moment. Chillblaine opens the chamber. There was something wrong with it, and
it was malfunction.
Frost, are you okay? And she says, and well, actually, Chillblaine has to ask, "Who are you?" And she says, "A friend, I think," which I don't understand. I don't get it. Should have just left Frost dead, honestly.
Yeah, Cobalt Blue could be the new thing coming back. The thing is that CW has really been this whole past couple seasons have been really heavily stealing ideas from Joshua Williamson's Rebirth run.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I can think of, the show got rid of Wally. They brought in Bart. They changed Bart to being like Barry's son instead of being like his nephew, which I thought was really weird. Because I guess I don't know what the idea was behind that, but even turning
his grandson, Bart is his grandson.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his grandson. Yeah, my bad. Wally's his nephew.
We were reading some classic Flash, which should be out on the channel soon. So that's why.
Like I said, it's been really weird, and like these people, CW, the writers have a hobby of just basically or have bad habit of taking stuff from the comic books and then perverting it to just stupidity. Yeah. There are good parts and there are bad parts. When they had Frieza as the strength, force. But then it's revealed that, oh no, she's actually not a real human being. She was created by Barry and Iris. They're just, I was just like,
The-
really?
They were real human beings, all of them. They just decided to wipe away their identity.
Exactly.
I will say though, I'm glad that in this season, in negative Foiza, because there's two of them, neither of them did the big bulky, oh, I'm hulking out thing.
No, when she punched though, she had the super strength, basically like Donna Troy, in a sense.
Well, that isn't that how she's supposed to be in the comics, kind of.
In the comics, she didn't really hulk up, but she was kind of like, she basically like bulked up, like, and they had the physique of Gina Carano. So going from kind of like a Kamala Khan to Gina Carano, like bulked up, like she was on The Mandalorian.
I see.
Oh, you think about Mina?
Mina? Mina, I think she potentially could. I don't think she'll have her speed though. The way that they end this episode, they imply that she is done with any kind of speed force.
I think she's pretty much done for the show too.
The block is shut down, so yeah, I think Mina's done. Unfortunately, I actually really liked Mina. I know that her writing, if you really look at it, it does feel kind of rough, but that's because of the show overall. I enjoyed the character as she was, though. Yeah. Love the Killer Frost reveal. I wish I could confirm that it's a Killer Frost reveal. All that we know is that Frost in some way is back. Froggy is praying. You should see him on his little frog knees, praying hard to his frog god that, well, it's Killer Frost again. He wants the big bad.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of there. I mean, there was, I was thinking they could, for this last season, focus on Bart, and then Bart's going against his nemesis, which basically was a younger killer, not Reverse Flash. I'm trying to think of what his name was. Oh, it's been a while.
Well, okay, then you know what? I did not read that in the message. Yeah, I love that one too. I'm just so done with Frost. Really, in all honesty. Yeah. And yeah, you don't actually show her on the finale. You're not going to give any kind of vibe of what's going to happen. All they do is hint that, oh, maybe there will be a new negative Speed Force avatar. It's annoying. And, I don't think it's Godspeed. I don't. I think they're done with Godspeed. I think they're going to call it a day with Godspeed. You know what? They might just go ahead and make a new negative Speed Force avatar.
Well, that's the thing, though. There was another Reverse Flash. It wasn't just Earbart. There was a second one that went against Wally. When Wally took over the Flash, he was a former cop that basically had lost his, he couldn't walk, and he tapped into the negative Speed Force. I thought it was Hunter Zolomon, but what they kind of did to Hunter Zolomon was basically with Zoom. That that turned out to be a different thing from different Earth. Remember I think it was season 2, season 3. They already had that guy in there. Godspeed Godspeed was killed by Earbart Thawne. So it's just like this show was they put themselves in the corner. They got rid of the rogues. They got rid of Earbart Thawne. He's become like a one-trick pony. They keep bringing him back in order to get people to watch the show. Daniel West being Reverse Flash. They could introduce, well, it's so tricky because like in the Rebirth comics, for those who have read it, and it's been a while since I've actually read the Joshua Williamson one because we're now in the Jeremy Adams, which is like much better with Wally. But there was the whole Speed Storm, Speed Force Storm that gave multiple people different lightning powers, speed powers, and Mina was one of them. And she worked with the Black. What was the one that was running the? Black. Was Black Tech or something? Or what was?
I'm not sure.
From 2 seasons ago, it was the one that they had the Mirror Master, the husband, his company.
I know it's not Macaulay Culkin, but that's all I can think of right now.
Not a name, but I mean, like, as far as like the company, the one that was competing with Star Labs, they were trying to access, the negative Speed Force, and Mina tapped into it, so they made her a villain. For this season, they had her like a villain for like a hot 5 seconds. So that, man, they kind of just say, hey,
Black
she's
Hole?
there. Did you say Black Bolt?
Black Hole.
Yeah, yes,
Hole.
yes, the Black Hole group. They were. That's where Mina got her power. Basically, she kept what's happening in the Speed Force. Eventually, became he had to go against her.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, like, they're running out of villains. You
They
got
are.
about because for a while, remember a couple seasons where they had like the meta villain of the week.
Yeah, and you know what? That was fun. That was fun to do. But I feel like that as it's gone on, they've slowly. Remember, I'm not a big hater of season 5. I'm not. I think that was the Thinker season, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
I think them trying to experiment with the villain and expand him. Thinker, I thought he was a formidable bad guy. I thought he was interesting. I thought it was a good way to go about it. However, you could tell there was a slight dip in quality. And I think that dip has somehow extended and it's gone on. So you have moments like last episode where, oh my gosh, they just destroyed Iris, and oh my gosh, it's Eobard tearing himself off, and we're just in shock. But then we have this finale, and it's ultimately just more of the same schlock. And it's unfortunate. I want to like this show. I want to enjoy myself, but it's getting really hard to.
Yeah. There was one cool thing.
Oh, okay. Season 4 was
season 5.
Then.
Can you read? Yeah. Season 5 was this data. I was just gonna mention something. Oh yeah, Jay actually mentioned something, and we're wondering this too, because like Jay says, like, oh, on like, he's like, Barry, I've seen other realities, where there's actually a legion of superheroes.
Yeah.
A whole league of them. But he said it's only you on this one, so it's confirmed that he's not with Spacey Superman and Lois. Different reality.
No, actually, there was a big article that came out the other day where the showrunner for Superman and Lois confirmed this is the same universe.
So why would Jay then say that? Oh, it's just you here. There's no other people other heroes. You're the hero here.
Are you sure you're not confusing it with Superman and Lois? Because Lois Lane's dad says I've met tons of superheroes.
Oh, you know what? You are right. You know what? You are right. I did watch them back to back. That's what CW does. So I apologize.
Yeah, Joe. I forgot about Cicada a little bit too, because I thought that was season 6, but I was clearly mistaken. Thinker was season 4 then. It was their first chance to really escape from the big bad being another speedster.
Yeah, so as far as the villain for next season, I can only see it being Frost. I mean, and then maybe they pull in some nobody as a, I guess we could call it was a red herring.
Yeah. I really thought at the end of this, you can hear when Joe says, not Joe in the comments here, Joe in the show, he says, oh my gosh, Barry and Eobard, because they're running around causing havoc. They're causing Armageddon. And then when Barry sees Iris, and he knows that Iris is alive, and he's like, oh my gosh, okay, Jay, get Iris to safety. He sits down, he does that meditation thing when he tapped into the still force. Yeah, I really thought he was going to get up, run, and we were going to get the newspaper article. Flash.
I just got flashes to like this, all the Star Wars references, and they even got one at the end with Cecile when she just grabs the cup, and then we get the whole Jedi thing. It's like Cecile used to be a great character, and then they had no idea what to do with her, so they just kind of like, okay, first she was a DA, and then she became a defense lawyer, and then she
Yeah.
became Joe's wife, and now she's a superhero. It's like,
Yep.
it's because, and I'm like, it's just they don't know what they're doing anymore because they're like this. This should have been the last season.
Yeah, it really should have been.
Because
Jadon is saying that why do I have a crazy feeling that Joe will get superpowers? Joe is leaving. There's an article out there. Joe is leaving the show. He's done. He might come on for a guest role sometimes, but he is leaving as a mainstay character.
you know, they could if they really wanted to. Tyler, he's talking about how bringing in speedsters from alternate versions of them.
They do need to open the multiverse again, though, because the multiverse does exist in the Arrowverse.
Yep.
Just those on Earth Prime do not know it yet.
You know what would be really cool?
What?
Superboy Prime.
That could be cool. I like that. Yeah.
Although, though, would you use Jonathan? Would you use Jordan though as the actor?
Well, why can't you just get a? Why can't you just make it a clone like the original?
I don't know.
The OG Lex Luthor comes back, and we get an excellent performance from John Cryer. One of the few good things about the Supergirl show at all. He comes back. He faces Superman. I think that it could work great. His insanity could mix well with the show if written well.
Yeah. If they obviously they're going to do one more crossover event. I mean, they only
Probably.
have. I mean, they have Stargirl, they have Flash, and they have Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I don't see them bringing Kung Fu into this.
They need to ditch the Deadwood. Mary Sue sidekick, something like that. Iris, I think Iris is fine as long as she is with her newspaper, and we keep her away from being a part of Team Flash.
We've talked about this no times. The main problem with this show is that they focus too much on the other characters like Allegra and on Chester, who have nothing really to do with the story. It's if they have their own little sub story. It's like, what does it have to do with what Barry's doing? It's called The Flash, not Flash and Friends.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going to talk about the Anne Friends thing. I'm not doing that here.
That's because you're evil.
Joe, actually, we're about to go live here in just a minute about Superman and Lois. So if you'll join us for that, I look forward to a conversation there. But for now, we really have to shut down here. We have been going through this season. We'll go through the next one, but let's hope it ends soon.
Tyler, we have Gotham Knights coming out, true. So they could tie that over if they really wanted to. But we'll see. The CW right now, as far as I know, it was sold. Calm down. No, but no. So we really don't know what's going to survive because there's new shows coming out, Gotham Knights. But is everything going to go over to HBO Max? Is CW going to go away? Because right now, Warner Brothers and CW are, they dropped like 11 shows. So we'll see after this fall, see what really comes back. And with Flash ending, I think they should have, they said one awesome crossover story, and that's it. And then have Barry run off into the sunset. Or they should end it where he actually, Iris gets pregnant with twins. There you go. That's all you need. But
maybe. But yeah, we got to go ahead and go. We want to thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching after, we still want to hear your thoughts, and we'll still reply, obviously. So make sure to leave them below. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. But we're going to go 5 minutes to talk about Superman and Lois. We'll see you there. Thank you so much for watching, and bye! Yes.
See you in the Flash.